Welcome back to Roguetech, and welcome back to Challenge Run from the Ashes. I think I am just going to go continuing it being Challenge Run from the Ashes. This is just the alternate timeline. Let's call it that. So, we have 5 days on the training module upgrade. We've got a lot of work to get done. I do definitely regret not upgrading the Mech Bay 2 to work at 100% capacity, but that's fine. We got 20 days, 7 days, 9 days, 12 days, 2 days, 3 days. So in 20 days, Mech Bay 2 will work for 10 days. Then we've got 12, 9. In 5 days, how much does it cost to get the 300,000? Okay. So I think the idea is we're going to travel. I'm going to get 300,000 to do that while we're traveling. So that will take 6 days. And so in 11 days, which will be before the Dervish is even done, we'll have Mech Bay 2 working at full. So perhaps 11 days would mean this is 6 days left on the Bushwhacker or so. And 9 days left here. So then in 20 days, those 3 should be done. And then another 9 days for everything. So we're looking at about a month. About a full financial report. Nobody in the hiring hall would care to grab before we go. Wasp is interesting just because he can pilot all the things. But that's all he has going for him. +1 mech tech isn't bad. Especially considering that we're currently at 9. So that's a 10% increase in our mech tech. I think that's worth the 80,000. To also have just somebody who can pilot VTOLs. Okay. So we still need about another 300,000 or so. So we're going to pop in the store and we're going to see what we can sell. That might be worth grabbing. Or worth dropping. Definitely not dropping the Gyro XL. Wait, is 20 days to repair the Dervish even without putting... Okay. Perhaps I should take a look at that. Also, there's Magpulse. Oh, that's my Magpulse. I was about to freaking... I was about to just click that thinking I was buying it. No, this is the sell menu. Okay. I mean, the Laser Pirate AMS is something that I definitely want to use, so I don't want to drop it. I mean, we have 2 C3 slaves, but without a C3 master, we can't actually use those, and that is 90,000 I can just get. Slaves are much more common than the masters, so I think I will drop those. And then, is there anything that I want to scrap? How much is the Whitworth worth? 133,000 if I drop all 3 parts. And again, the fact that whenever I build from parts, I get none of the components, it doesn't matter what it would normally run with. It just matters whether or not I want the chassis. And 3 energy, 2 missile, and 1 support on a medium mech, which I can't even priority pick parts for. I'd be much more interested in running the Scorpion that also has a ballistic hardpoint and 2 support. The Raven is definitely much more interesting. Especially since I can priority pick Raven parts. Crosscut 2C. I don't know if the XL300 engine is built in. But if it is, then that would be quite a pickup. So this brings us to 641,000. That's just about enough to make the financial report travel and get Mech Bay 2 online. So I could also stop work if I... Yeah, let me just real quick see about this dervish. Repair all. Max the armor. Go back up to 35 in the head. 45 side torsos. And something like 65 center. And just bump up a little bit more. There we go. So that's not quite how much armor we had. Oh, we only have one medium laser left. Well, I mean, we do have the heat for the medium X pulses. We very much have the heat for the medium X pulses. But I'm curious, if I drop the Gyro XL in, it's a very minimal increase to the expense. We're going to have all the time in the world traveling. Dropping in the multi-track. So I've got 4 tons. Which means I could actually go with a medium X pulse on each arm. That is a considerable improvement. And with the multi-track, I could fire at long-range targets with the LRMs while I use the medium X pulses on nearer targets. I think that's a much better build. It's too expensive to drop the engine in. That's, yeah, 700,000. But we will eventually toss the light engine in. I think this is good. I think this is a large improvement. Alright. So that brings us to 600, what? 640? Ah. Helps if you actually click the button. So yeah, 640,000. We got 375 for the financial report in 7 days. Getting Mech Bay 2 up to 100% efficiency is 285,000. Huh? That was 300,000. Oh, is it because we... I think it's because we've hired the technician. So basically the... where is it? Whenever we hired Wasp, because he gave us +1 mech tech and reduces cost and upkeep for Mech Bay upgrades by 5%, that made the upgrade cost less, which actually more or less offsets the cost of hiring him. So that's cool. And if necessary, I would be willing to scrap probably the Scorpion part. Because again, I can't priority pick for a while. Mediums. You know, challenge run moves. Good times. So yeah, I'm ready to travel. Oh, before I do want to go back to having the Dervish. No, not control click. What? There we go. Yeah, control click is a thing. It did stuff. I think it like reversed the order and then reversed it back or something. Regardless, this looks right. Let's do that. And navigation. So, this is a very hot biome. We will find more success on a slightly less hot. The planet-wide storms, arid world, that is hot. But I think desert world is just as hot, if not more hot. It is a travel hub, so good place to hire people. Also, I think that makes the store more interesting. Black market makes the store more interesting. Mining makes the store more interesting. There's also the 4, that is poor. Arid world. That's the... I think that's the one we started on that's just way too high for us to do anything with. 32 days, so that would be almost to the next financial report. It's a water world, it's also very low rated, so we'd have a lot of missions we could drop partial lances on. But I think going to the 4.5 will give us more versatility, and I'm also thinking of potentially dropping it back to in the settings. From the difficulty variance 5, dropping it down to a 3 or a 2 does make the groupings of missions closer, so I don't have to pick like the only 4.5 if I want to drop the full lance. But before I do that, I do want to try going to a higher rated planet and see if that changes things. So right now we're on a 2.5, which is why we only had like 1 or 2, 3 or 4, rated missions. And this is also only 27 days, so we'll have 10 full days, and there's a travel contract available. So let's go look at... Well, first I need to look at what... what is it called? Newport Royal. So there's a travel mission for Newport Royal, which will save us travel fees and also line up a mission. Yep. That's the Mechwarrior we're not going to rescue. Not as a rule, but... Ooh, is this it? Yeah! 27 days, a 3 chevron mission. Cool. Let's do it. So, whenever we arrive, that should do us some favors. So we can either do nothing, in which case people will grumble. We can spend 40,000 sea bills to get more variety of food, which will then, make our Mechwarriors happy. Or purchase a greater variety of foods with funds diverted from other departments, which will drop our mech tech, which is not something we want to do. We are about to hit the financial report, and I am curious if it's a 30-day basically debuff, or if it's till the next financial report. So we're going to do that. Morale decreased by 5. And that puts us at... What is our current morale? Mutinous. Current morale 6. Does that offset in 5 days with the financial report? Okay, engineering. 285,000. Love to see it. Oh. Well, I could also actually... Hold on. So we've got like 22 days left. I'm not going to be able to get everything done before we arrive. The Wasp is the... Oh, never mind. It's only 8,900. I was going to say the Wasp is the lowest priority. Alright, so actually stopping work on any of these is... Well, except for the ones I really want to bring. Yeah. I mean, this is probably going to scrap for a good bit. 36,000. That brings us over. 34,000 also brings us over. Yeah, I'm going to scrap the medium quad part. Okay. Current funds, 18,000. So, Spartan would save us 110,000 on the next financial report, but it would wreck our morale and also give us, reduced tech and med. So, I'm actually more tempted to go generous, spend the extra 110,000 on the next financial report to get things done sooner, and potentially be able to drop on 2 missions instead of just 1 before the financial report. So, I am going to do that. That also increases our morale by 4, which, assuming that this is accurate... Yep, so we lost the morale debuff as soon as the financial report ticked over. I'm glad I didn't spend the 40,000 on that. We don't have to worry about travel fees, jump fees, because we took the travel contract. And in 4 days, everything will be back to running. Yeah. Cool. And our Mechwarriors have been getting experience from the training pods. Simulators are good. Okay. We do not have the money, clearly, to upgrade the Argo anymore. But getting the MkII 2 to work at 100% is very, very helpful. So, this was well worth the money. Everything else can kind of wait, unless there is something that's like super cheap. 81,000, 81,000. Yeah. Kind of what I expected, so. Alright, that's fine. We're just gonna arrive in 16 days, so. We can actually bump this there, that there. So in 7 days, the Saracen and 1 day of the Bradford are done. Then 4 more days, which is at 11. Gauntlet's done. And then at 13 days, everything's done. So I actually didn't need to, for travel purposes, upgrade to the generous finances. But once we arrive, it will help. And there's also a chance we might be able to swing. Sorry, mouse. Have a good time. You know, being MIA forever. But it's okay. Yeah, we'll have about 3 days left, I think, before we arrive. To potentially maybe look at, I don't know, the Wasp. Yeah, there we go. 3 days. Is there anything else we want to do? Because the Wasp is droppable. We don't really have... I wish I had ammo for the fluid gun. I would 100% do that. It has a hand, but it cannot use the chainsaw because it only has one hand. So it can't two-hand a weapon. Which means the hand would need to be able to handle 2 tons on its own. For a 20-ton mech, that's a bit of an ask. Yeah, there's not really much else I can do. Like, heat efficiency's fine. Heat delta of -12. It's never going to overheat. So there's no sense in putting another heat sink in it. I mean, I could potentially drop in some jump jets. How much does that cost? 1,400? $7,000, 2 days. And that would give us 5 out of 6 jump jets. So we could then jump for 5 hexes. This is actually worth it, specifically because it can potentially give us the ability to jump behind something to escape. If we lose a leg, it'll give us the ability to still generate evasion. There's a chance, I believe, of falling down if you have a leg broke, like if your leg is busted whenever you jump, but it's still better than limping 1 hex or 2 hexes and getting just obliterated. So I think that's worth the 7,000, and since the mech bay would have been idle anyway, might as well. I think the vehicles are all ready to go. Armor's maxed, AC2s, Garden ECM. Wait, is the Garden ECM removable? No. That is a fixed component. Good deal. I would absolutely have taken it out and put it on the Dervish if it wasn't fixed. Nothing else I can really do for the Dervish without putting in the light engine to save more tonnage. Actually, out of curiosity, that would save us almost 4 tons. So that could potentially be a thing I look at later. I could also put the small cockpit in the Wasp to save a ton. But all that would really let me do is armor up a little bit more and put in 1 more jump jet in exchange for lower hit chance. So no, I think that's what we do. 2 days, Wasp is done. 1 more day, we arrive. Popular new Holovid ships arrive. We can host a mass viewing, or we can circulate the Holovid ships. I don't remember what either of these options do. So, let's hope that they just like... Yeah, there we go. High spirits. Good deal. Yeah. We don't have any money to do anything until we drop on this mission. So yes, let's proceed. Oh, also, everyone who was injured is no longer. So... And for those of you who are wondering, even though the stealth is gone, even though the Bushwhacker no longer has stealth, the Escapist does still help with the visibility, because it allows people to get the no visual debuff, even though we're not running stealth, more easily. So, from a further distance away, and also in like fog and whatnot, the minus 10% visibility is still a benefit, and I'm pretty sure when I'm jumping I do need the +2 max evasion. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. And we can actually drop everything. Oh no, we can't. That brings us up to 2-star. Challenge rating rules. I think I'm going to leave the Vulture home then. Or actually, do I leave the Wasp home instead? Can I bring the Vulture? No. The Vulture is too much, so we bring the Wasp. Good deal. So Frosty is just a tanker. We're going to put Ek back in the Dervish. We're going to... Oh, I guess I could have skilled people up before I actually arrived and started this mission. Oh, well. Oh, well. I'm going to put Frosty in the Saracen. So right now the Wasp is a little bit of a death trap. So I'm going to drop Porin into it. Yes, it is possible if I was using like a Radical Double Heatsink kit, or if I were in a position with enough piloting to actually use the Supercharger, that the 1% crit chance on Porin's Jinxed could cause a crit by just using something, even if it has a default 0 misfire chance. If it's capable of misfiring, Jinxed increases the misfire chance by 1%. Flat. So, you immediately have a chance of anything misfiring anytime you have somebody jinxed in the party on either side. In any case, I think this is the team we're dropping. I think that's about the best we can manage. So let's go for it. Yep. That's the challenge run rules. Alright, let's see what this battle has in store for us. I'm confident, as long as there's no support lance or reinforcement lance, that we definitely win. 100%. It's just a matter of how much damage we take in the process. If there is a support lance, I'm going to have to be much more careful. Unexpected temperatures. Even worse than expected cooling. Alright. That's fine. So we have a lance that's just literally like in the open right there. That's cool. Map border right there. Yeah, I think. Oh, I can't drop over here. I can drop here, which is this far from that. I can drop here, but then once I get to this side, I lose the ability to drop up here. So I think there's a reinforcement lance somewhere over in this area, which means I'm going to drop to deal with them first. I'm beginning to remember tricks I had. Cool. We'll see if we see anyone. Yep. Yep. There are 2 lances. Ooh, that's a Hunchback 2C. Energy boat. Centurion? Okay, the ballistic is damaged. That's good. The ballistic, one of the 2 ballistics on the Weevil is damaged. There's another Talus. Okay, chance for revenge. I can potentially take this Talus down and get some sweet salvage. Machine gun technical. Probably 2 machine guns and a rocket. Vulture gunship, one of its ballistics is destroyed. Prowler, one of its missiles is destroyed, one of its missiles is crit. And then the Karnov seems completely undamaged. Alright, Wasp doesn't really care about damage reduction, just cares about getting gone.
Oh boy, here we go.
But yeah, we're going to circle around, take the high ground, shoot down / across at the VTOLs and vehicles, and try to destroy them all before the mechs respond. That's the hope, anyway. We'll see how this goes.
Ready for orders.
Alright, so the Karnov did not actually move very far, which makes me wonder if its engines are damaged. Okay, the Dervish actually will benefit from damage reduction. So I think I will take 4 and 20% damage reduction. As well as breaking line of sight with several enemies. Here comes the Centurion. AMS protected. Okay, so I think the Weevil has some kind of AMS. That's very important to know. We're going to do a max range jump and brace, in part to see how bad of heat it generates. And the answer is, it does not generate enough heat to actually offset our cooling completely. So right now the heat sinking of our Bushwhacker is 51 because of the 0.9 multiplier. Normally it would be 60 because double heat sinks. And we generated 30 heat with jumping as far as we could across. Good to know.
What now?
But yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to see if we can get some revenge. I know it wasn't this particular Mechwarrior. It wasn't that exact mech, but it was that chassis that gave us a really hard time. And is also a loot pinata, so... let's just not destroy it completely and have a good time. Alright, so... yeah, 8 evasion. Sure.
Aye, aye, Skipper. Full speed. No target.
Awesome. And that should be the end of the deployment round, which means now spawn protection is removed. Of course, the Talos goes first. Very... oof. Don't know what kind of autocannon that was, but... it does not seem to have a PPC. I would assume that's an AC-10 or so, then? Nine evasion? 9 evasions, see what our hit chances look like. Or alternatively, stay on the high ground. Yep, I'm gonna stick to the high ground. Stick to the high ground. And see about taking down the Vulture. I mean, that is a 54%, and Karnovs don't actually have... I mean, it's a machine gun Karnov, though. And it doesn't seem to be moving very fast, so... hopefully I don't regret it, but...
you say so.
I'm gonna work on the Vulture instead.
Didn't expect that.
Vulture gunship, engine crit. That's good. Ah, it has a mine layer.
Eyes on hostile reinforcements. We're heading your way.
Yes, Darius, I know. I've already been shooting them. Centurion firing indirectly, doing some damage to the Bradford. We got the Weevil falling back. That kind of looks like a pepperbox rifle or something. That's cool. Vulture landing its AC-10 looks like.
You need me to hold still for you?
Alright. Okay. The Hunchy has something fun. Still no sensors. The Weevil... Oh. It's showing yellow, so it's some kind of support ballistic. I don't know. Yeah, Mine Dispenser 10. And then, ooh, machine gun arrays. I would actually love to have some machine gun arrays.
Waiting for orders.
I mean... Are there any of these that I could potentially just, like, one-tap with my Bushwhacker? Yes. Yes, there is.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Move. Oh yeah, I replaced the, yeah, so I have just regular LRM ammo now. Since I'm not stealth anymore. It still would have helped. The Mag Pulse does still help the enemies not get sensor locks, but it's less valuable than if you're running stealth as well. I think I will go alpha.
Time to die.
Weapons off the field.
Bang! You're dead. Getting
Okay.
pretty hot in here, Commander.
And that's the other thing I wanted to find out. So, yes. I do still get toasty if I fire everything.
I'm ready.
Noted. Okay. So we have a minefield here. I'm pretty sure careful maneuvering... No, not erratic. Careful maneuvers. So... I believe careful maneuvers allows me to bypass the mines instead of, you know, walking on 22 for moving 1 hex. So I am going to do that. And fall back so that the only person who can shoot me... Yeah, it's showing no mines exploding now.
I'm going.
Moving back so that there's only line of sight to the Karnov, and then shooting at the Karnov.
Locking target. What? No.
Alright, Wasp. Get the cover as well as the reduced visibility by running into the forest.
Going as fast as I can.
Still have a respectable 8 evasion. 27s. Miss, but doesn't generate that much heat. Now the Bradford. Bradford, as long as I have visual, I can fire and only actually use the ammo if it lands. But I think instead I'm actually just going to move to a defensive position where I can scramble the enemy sensors as they approach. Yeah. I have 4 shots with that Thunderbolt 15. So until I get more ammo for it, that's kind of the play. Save those shots for what needs to die most. Yeah, here I'm going to fall back and just shoot at the Vulture, I think, with not all of my weapons.
On my way.
Definitely dropping the medium X pulses and the mediums. Just firing the MMLs.
Got it.
Missing everything.
Hey! Stand still when I'm attacking
Okay.
you!
So, I probably would have been better off just taking a full cooldown turn,
Hey.
because it is... It seems it's going to take more than 1 round to drop full heat from an Alpha Strike. Good to know. Alright. So, range is our friend. I don't know what the hit chance there is going to be,
Throttling up for what it's worth.
but our little Wasp will and can shoot at least the Karnov. I think I'm actually more worried about the Karnov. Structure exposed. Nice. A single AC2, which is what I'm pretty sure the Vulture gunship has, is not terribly concerning. 10 damage, decent crit chance, but that's fine. Okay. Whatever that is, it's still firing.
Confirmed.
The Talos has already gone, and the Talos would be the target I'd most be interested in. Or actually, maybe the Hunchy. I don't know who I'd be more interested in firing on. I can get 8 evasion. I have decent armor.
Affirmative, Commander.
Yeah. They didn't move far enough forward for me to actually, you know, shoot them. I am mostly concerned with the Hunchback, I think. The Talos has slightly less armor, but this loadout seems... Unless... Okay, so it has an energy that's busted. Maybe that's its PPC. But I'm pretty sure... taking the Hunchback down is going to be more valuable.
10-4.
Also smoke. So, firing through the smoke cloud is going to hurt hit chance, as is firing from within it. So I believe that will not only hinder the Hunchback's accuracy, but also hinder the Talos' accuracy. Centurion can walk out of it, so... Ah, he's firing indirectly, though. That's funny.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Dervish. Now if we move 1 hex, it's still 20 to 22. So, careful maneuvers again. Just carefully walk out of the minefield. Continue firing on the Karnov. Alright. Vulture. Still missing. Once it lands, if it does 10 damage, we know it's an AC2.
I'm here.
Saracen. This is most likely a kill. If I go for the Karnov. Alternatively, if I have a really good hit chance on the Prowler, I have a really good hit chance on the Prowler. Not enough to kill, but definitely enough to soften it up a bit. And I think I should have hot-loaded. I don't think jamming the missile system right now is the worst.
Good to go.
Alright. That is a sprint and shoot.
Sprinting.
Keeping in mind that we are in plain sight of everything. And toasty. So we stay... If we sprint and fire both medium X pulses, that is all of our heat for the turn. So instead of that, I think I would like to generate a little bit of heat and fire everything else. It's just more instances of damage that might hit.
Targeting enemy backside.
I do need to watch the ammo on my SRMs, though. The MMLs will eventually run out of ammo. Bradford, I think... we're going to take another turn to just move forward. And hide behind a rock. Again, main reason we have that on field is the sensor's benefits. Okay, that is indeed an AC2. I do not care about this vulture. If it had both AC2s and we're double shotting each time, maybe. Centurion, moving forward. Ow. Okay. Ow. 85 damage. So, that's scary. Yep, that's an AC-20. It is crit, but it is an AC-20. That is now a higher priority than I thought it was. I was expecting the Hunchy to have an AC-20. Oh, it has an Ultra AC-20. Okay. Oh dear.
Orders?
Okay, so I can move and hit 13 mines, or careful maneuver again, step back 1. Get line of sight to the Hunchback, which is 34s. That's wrong. It is not hitting back, it is hitting side, and it's hitting the side that has the UAC-20. Yeah, things just got a lot more concerning. Okay, hot loading only gives me a little bit of hit chance. I don't really care about hitting too much. I'm mostly curious what the heat's going to look like. So if I Alpha Strike with the Dervish, I generate quite a bit of heat, actually. Okay. Ow. Ow. Right. If I can see the Hunchy, the Hunchy can see me.
What? No.
Oh boy. Okay. I cannot shoot the Carnal Transport in the side. But I can fire into the back of the Prowler.
Okay, let's go.
And most importantly, get where the other stuff cannot shoot at me.
Okay.
Alright. Did those actually land side? Those landed side. Well, no, one landed back. Okay.
Hey.
That's good. Now, this I can get into the side of the Cardinal.
If you say so.
This definitely kills. And again, I have a decent hit chance on the Hunchy. The Centurion I actually want to hit from the right side to try to get a crit. If I can get, I think, one more crit on the AC-20, it should go down. And then I don't have to worry about the Hunchback at all. But I am going to take this
Copy
down.
that. Firing Alpha Strike.
Easy kill.
Enemy mech destroyed.
One less enemy shooting at us. Alright. The Prowler, who is not moving, is shooting something semi-scary. So... Centurion's also overheating. That's interesting. On the bright side, the Dervish should be able to just
Skipper.
run and be fine. I'm going to continue focusing the Hunchback. I think that is the primary target here. I still don't know what the Talos is running, but yeah, the Hunchback is running a UAC-20. That's
Engaging target.
drop a flare for increased visibility. And also a little bit of increased heat. That's cool. Ow. So it looks like the Talos has rocket packs again, which means I need to keep my distance so that they're firing at extreme range and hopefully missing all of the rockets every time. And then once they're out of rockets, we can close and engage. So those are the rockets, and then that one must be a rocket pack.
Waiting on you, Commander.
If I had to guess. Yeah, Centurion can still see us if we go here. That's fine, I think. Yeah.
You betcha.
This is going to be a cooldown turn where I drop my stability damage and try my best to just kill this thing. So... just the mediums. I think if they both land on the back, then it dies.
Targeting enemy stick.
Only one landed, and it looks like it hit side. Yeah. But it's still missing, so that's good.
I'm here.
Just once more, trying to get in position to kill this thing, and then I'll swing around and engage with the Hunchback and just die. Did not die. Alright. I mean, the Dervish luckily is pretty tanky, so
What now?
it's fine. I do not want the Wasp to be like the only thing they can see. So I'm actually gonna kinda keep back like this.
There. Okay.
Alright.
I'll try.
Structure exposed. Okay. So one hit back.
Yes, Commander.
And now if I move, it's 6 mines. I can shoot the Hunchy in the back. I don't want to. I want to destroy him from the left, I think, to try to get the UAC-20. So if I move... okay, if I sprint, I can get 4.
On the move. Full speed.
That's good. I think I genuinely just... I was about to say, don't fire anything, but I clicked the wrong button.
No luck.
Waiting for orders.
So interestingly enough, the Centurion does not appear to have good enough cooling to even drop heat at all. Which means there's a decent chance he just explodes if I don't fight him long enough.
Don't need to tell me twice.
So yeah, cooldown turn. I'm fine with that much heat, I think. 59% chance to hit, and then there's 3 locations they could hit. If they both hit, they might both hit left, in which case it doesn't kill, so I'm going to include 1 MML.
Hey, buddy, behind you. When I shoot you, you'll take it and like it.
Well, the 1 MML was inadequate. I still have no idea what the Weevil's shooting, but okay.
I'm here.
Move and shoot. I am hitting left a
I'm
lot.
nothing in here.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take this opportunity. I still want to draw fire from the Talos. So I think I swing out here. Do I hit 4 evasion? No. Wait, this is the right side of the Hunchback. I don't want to hit the Hunchback from the right. I mean, I could just go up. I don't know. I do not know what's best here. I guess I could also shoot the Hunchy in the back. But drawing fire from the Talos, I think, is the best thing I can do. And the best way to do that is going to be get 8 evasion.
Double time. Let's go.
And sure.
Firing.
That works.
Hey.
That works. If I drive into the forest here, I have 10 evasion, I have cover, I can shoot the Hunchback from the non-ultra autocannon side, and the Talos can't shoot me unless it moves forward. Alright. It does move forward. And fires indirectly at the Dervish. Okay, so that last missile system is not a rocket. Is Hunchy just... Yep. Yep. Hunchy's redlining.
Standing by.
That's actually super interesting. Because I can actually come around and shoot him in the back, specifically targeting the left. But I'm not in range for the medium X pulses unless I specifically go into the minefield. Oh no, even then. I am too far away. Okay. Good to know. So then I guess that means I do just fall back to here.
On my way.
And take this shot with just the missile systems. I mean, LK gives me 94.
Firing on rear arc.
Let's see what happens. Oh, great. I aimed left back, it hit right back in center.
What can I do for you?
That's fine, though. I could just shoot him in the face. This does open me up to getting shot at by the Talos, though. But I think it's worth it.
Moving out.
This is the most powerful Alpha Strike I can muster. I think I actually go center. I think I just try to core him. Something like that. Or actually, I think I go leg. If I can leg him. If I drop those, I can use the medium. Yeah.
Here we go. You could fry
Right.
legend
I
here.
keep forgetting to anticipate the extra heat after. Alright. Bradford. I have 62 armor left in the front. So I'll drive forward one more time.
Kicking it.
Hopefully the evasion's adequate. And once again, firing on the Talos. Okay.
My long-range missiles are out.
So I believe that was the last of my Thunderbolt 15s. Alright. I still have no idea what the Talos is running, but he does have a lot of back damage. That's interesting. Alright, so yeah, the Weevil,
Armor left in that location.
not really sure what's going on with it, but
What? No.
it does burst. I don't know if this is wise. I don't think it is. I think I'm gonna just keep the Wasp back here
Copy.
and just
I'll try.
continue trying to kill the Prowler.
Oi.
Oh wait, did the Centurion finally? No, it didn't.
I'm receiving you.
I was gonna say, did the Centurion finally cool down? But no. No, it did not. Alright. I mean, if I stand and shoot, I can definitely hit back, but at this point, I don't really want to. Yeah, this is terrible positioning for the Dervish. Now it's my left leg that's damaged, so I'm going to sprint over
Going
here,
full throttle.
toss a salvo of LRMs just at the Weevil, I guess.
Acknowledged.
It's fine. We're doing much better
Reporting
than we
negative
were
damage.
the last time we faced this sort of opposition. Alright. The Wasp is definitely going to try to finish off the
Hey.
Prowler. Everyone else... You know what? It's more important that this thing dies
Affirmative.
before he starts up and starts shooting at us again with the UAC and all of his heat gone. I'm going to try for leg.
Hope this is enough.
Battlemech power up detected.
Alright. The Bradford no longer has ammo for its Thunderbolt, which means all it can do now, realistically, is spin around,
Copy that, Commander.
try to draw fire, and mess with their sensors.
10-4. No love on that strike.
Alright. Talos not really doing much. Good to see.
I'm here.
Alright, so we're turn 12, turn 12, turn 9, turn 8. I think it's actually worth popping the corner with the Wasp. Not going to risk shutting down. He's unsteady. That's good. But more importantly, I was hoping to get the leg.
Hey.
I can backstrike the Talos. I have to. Also, I just realized I'm still hot-loading the Saracen's LRMs. I wasn't intentionally doing that. I just forgot to switch it back.
Targeting. For an alpha strike.
Structure exposed. Nice. Uh-oh. Ow.
Ah! Ah!
Okay.
I took some shrapnel.
Alright. Yep. That's an ultra autocannon.
Commander?
Well then.
Good to go.
Yeah, time to get away.
Got it.
Turn off the medium X pulses. Just try my best to kill this thing.
Targeting enemy backside.
Alright. So now from behind this rock, that's one less thing that can shoot at me. Oh. The vulture that I forgot about with the single AC-10 was firing on the Bradford. I don't know if it hit, and I really don't care. I have a shot on the back of the Talos. I'm even going to go overheat here. Not a kill.
Scored a critical hit.
Still hanging in there, though.
Brian, I'm here.
The Wasp cannot be the hero that takes down the Talos, but can be the hero
Going as
that
fast
draws
as
fire
I
from the
can.
Hunchy. If I shut down, I'm dead. That said,
I'll try.
there was a very low
Affecting
chance.
my performance.
No unit has gone down yet, so that's good. I am definitely not acting first with the Bushwhacker. But if I can get a backstrike on the Talos, I might be able to kill. Side strike on the Hunchy.
Waiting for orders.
Pretty high chance of doing some serious damage.
What are your orders, Skipper?
Can I reach the Hunchback? No. But I can, with a 46% hit chance, do some serious damage to the back of the Talos.
I'm on him.
Alright,
Stand still, moron.
it missed. And now our Bradford has absolutely no armor. But, as long as the turret doesn't get destroyed, and as long as the back doesn't get destroyed, I'm fine with the
Commander?
I'm fine with the Bradford exploding. Hunchback. Taking the Wasp as his target.
My head.
Single
Damage
laser.
looks light, Commander.
single pulse of the laser hits head. That's unfortunate.
Commander?
And I think I'm actually going to stand and shoot here. Now I have a chance of ammo explosion. And if I turn off one X pulse, I do not. I'm willing to risk shutting down.
Locked on rear armor.
Got it. Alright.
Target neutralized. Over the
And we
red
didn't
line.
even shut down. That's amazing. Centurion's still just doing what little he can do with his terrible cooling.
Waiting for orders.
Alright. Now I am bleeding out with the commander. That's, less than ideal. Ah, it's the wrong side of the Hunchback. That is not the right side of the Hunchback. But
Right, Commander.
if I can hit him... Alright, pretty sure that is redlined just barely enough to not overheat. I'm going to go Vigilant so I have higher initiative next round. I'm going to drop the small laser and the handheld rack because the hit chances are too terrible. I'm going to drop the MML as well. Save a little bit of heat for next turn.
Got it. My heat's getting pretty high.
Oh yeah, there's an AC2. I forgot about that. Oh well.
What now?
Saracen. There's like nothing left on his leg. Move in.
Advancing, I guess.
Offensive push to lower the Hunchback's accuracy, initiative for next round, as well as focus fire the leg. Double Heat Seek Clan destroyed, unsettled.
Good to go.
And I am going to punch. If I fire everything, I shouldn't shut down. I'll still have my evasion because I'm punching and not, you know. The punch is a 60%. That is a 6, not an 8. That's an 8 for 82 damage. 82 damage will help. Actually, wait. I can hit him from the other side. 70% to kick, which definitely goes to the leg. If it goes to the leg, it travels through the side. I'm pretty sure. This will kill. I'm fairly certain. But I definitely want to turn off the medium X pulse. Punch could go arm, which would basically do nothing. And if this fails, I still have everyone else. And then my back will be towards the Centurion, which is good. So yeah. If I go medium X pulse, I do have a chance for ammo explosion, and I'm likely to shut down. And this won't necessarily kill, so... yeah. There we go.
Move into position. Ugh!
Unfortunate.
Systems recycling for another shot.
Nothing landed. Oh, that's tragic.
You could fry an egg in here.
That's tragic.
I'm here.
Okay. I'm honestly just gonna stand and shoot.
If you say so.
Right leg destroyed. Okay. Good.
Maybe.
The other thing I just realized... is that blocked the shot from the dervish. Out of curiosity, that is now a 95% chance to kick. Sure.
I'll try.
And if the wasp shuts down, that means it's more likely to get targeted than our bushwhacker. Explosion contained. The UAC-20 is
I'm
down.
melting in here.
He is panicked.
Try aiming next time. See what you get. Ready for orders.
I don't really want to destroy his center torso. Yeah, Centurion. Actually, no, I do have line of sight here. So he has an ER medium left, what, left arm, probably? I was mostly hoping that I'd get a crit, since he has open,
My mech's
and then he'd punch
overheating.
out. Put simply... I can't ram him. No. Yeah, gonna charge the Weevil. It's kind of all I can do at this point. Hey, it actually landed. Nice. Oh yeah, the AC2. Okay, nice. Failed to stand up. Yeah, the Weevil got completely wrecked
Right
with that
here.
charge. That's... I mean, bleeding out 3 activations remaining. I'm just gonna ignore him at this point. Okay.
I'm melting in here.
The Weevil stood back up. Yeah, I'm just gonna get away from the Hunchback, and I'm going to drop smoke on
Careful!
him.
They're looping around back.
Yeah.
Commander?
3 activations remaining before the commander goes down. That's fine. I'm gonna jump.
Time to fly.
And brace.
Hey.
Saracen. Hitting the Weevil from the left side is going to be hilarious. So if we take it down...
Alright. Huzzah! Critical hit, Commander.
Ejected. Nice.
Waiting for orders.
I'm fine with this. This is
Firing
fine.
at enemy 6. I got the heat spiking here.
Alright, Bradford. Just continuing to ram. Full speed ahead.
I got you. Okay, Tiger. You and me.
And missing. That's
Thanks.
fine.
That's a miss.
Alright, Hunchback is standing. Hunchback can limp. But if I give him time to bleed out, then I should get the
Indicator shows
Clan
critical
double
damage.
heatsink kit. Oh, nice. Full sensors. Yeah, Clan double heatsink kit. Medium Clan pulse laser. Clan double heatsink. 3 Clan double heatsinks. Clan ER medium. And Clan cockpit, Clan sensors, Clan flamer, Clan fire control standard. Yeah.
Confirmed.
I would be fine with literally any of that. But I am going to yeah, there we go.
You got it.
Move and fire the smoke.
I'm on him. What now?
He won't be able to go very far, and $74s? $74s.
Moving to
Happily. LRM-10 is still jammed.
position. Target lock on enemy's rear. Standing by.
Oh. Right. Horan is also bleeding out. That's not ideal. How many turns? 2 activations remaining. So I'm gonna put some distance.
Engaging. Jump jet. Watch the heat.
And then next round,
I'm
I
ready.
first aid. Next round, I first aid. Centurion, I'm gonna kill from behind. You know what? I will use my last 20 LK on this shot.
Target confirmed. I'm out of LRMs.
Hey, panic ejected.
Damn it.
Nice.
Damn it.
So that is Clan double heatsink kit, clan double heat sinks, and some clan energy weapons on the board.
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, you're gonna first aid. Cool.
Hey.
Saracen. Into the back. Every round into the back. 64s, 74s. 74s.
Okay,
Beautiful.
let's go.
I did line up for stray shots. I did not mean to.
Looking uneasy.
Alright. Hey, the LRM-10's finally unjammed. Nice. I can't wait till I get an SRM-6 to replace it with. I think that's going to make the Saracen much better. Alright.
Ready to rock.
Bradford. Charge.
Acknowledge, Commander. Ah!
There we go. Structure exposed. Yeah.
Ready for orders.
Nice. And the dervish. Can I actually shoot him in the back? I think it makes more sense to fire at the vulture.
Affirmative.
And miss completely. That's fine.
Failed to connect. Watch my heat levels.
Good to go.
Yep, first aid. Good. Good. So our commander is now at 5 activations
Right here.
remaining. Horun, first aid. Beautiful.
I'm here.
Saracen. That.
Moving to position.
Exactly that. Offensive push, sure.
I'm ready.
I'm just gonna shoot the LRMs and hope to get just that stability damage to knock him.
Target lock on enemy 6.
I mean, he's bleeding out.
I'm out of long-range missiles.
And panic eject. Alright, that's an AC 20. And who knows what else on the board.
Minimal damage on that.
And then there was just an AC 10.
Yep.
An AC 10 is the only thing standing in the way. Although the Bradford literally can't do anything now.
Roger that, Commander.
The grenade launcher cannot fire at flying targets. So, yep.
Waiting for orders.
Alright.
Affirmative.
Commander, moving around. Taking the shot. With handheld Rack 2 and MMLs.
Here we go.
Some damage.
Yes, Commander.
I mean, if she panic ejects, we don't really lose anything. So, other than maybe her.
Copy. I'm receiving you.
Am I? I am completely out of LRM ammo. Alright.
Firing on target.
Cool.
Ready to rock.
Yeah, the Bradford can't do anything.
Affirmative, Commander.
Alright.
What now?
There is a chance that the Vulture gunship may... 54 is 29. 54 is 64. Let's do that. Yeah, there's a chance the Vulture gunship may turn and, like, just land a AC-10 crit on something important. So,
Good to go.
I would like to kill sooner than later. .5 19. Yeah, I definitely go with the move here.
Coordinates received.
And fire everything.
Firing on target.
Propulsion crit, but
Critical hit. Getting pretty hot in here, Commander.
32s. No. First aid.
Hey.
Because we can stand and shoot with this. Actually, wait. Those hit chances aren't the best. 44s. 54s.
Copy.
54s and a hot-loaded LRM. How about that?
Okay.
He's open.
Waiting for orders.
Yep.
Locking on.
Alright. He's still alive.
Confirmed.
Wait, is he out of ammo? No, he's not out of ammo. I wonder why he didn't shoot. I wonder why he didn't shoot. Okay, Bradford still can't do anything.
Commander?
Yeah, we're gonna first aid this round.
Standing by.
Move and shoot.
to position. Targeting for an alpha strike.
25 more damage.
Commander?
79s to hit.
Engaging.
Boom. Finally. Alright, that was
Target
intense.
eliminated.
Love to see it. Milk run. Nice, Darius. Nice.
Mission successful.
Alright. Very intense battle, but we got 800,000 C-bills, so we're good for the financial report and repairs, most likely. No components got destroyed, which is good. We have 14 days of injury on our commander and on Porin. Actually pretty happy with how the Wasp performed. And Ek just, like, tanking a lot of damage. We faced down an AC-20 and a UAC-20 and didn't lose anyone. That's nice. That's nice. Hunchback 2C apparently got destroyed too much to be offered as a full salvage pick. Centurion, let's see what this thing was. Okay. Yeah. Standard everything. AC-20. LRM 10. Well. Disassemble. Again, challenge run. We are not able to pick medium Mech salvage until we have built 15 light mechs. And yes, I feel the need to say that every time because it never fails in these challenge runs. I get comments in the videos going, oh, why didn't you pick the... Yeah, that's why. Ooh, AC-2 precision ammo? 3 evasion ammo. That's interesting. I'm not going to take the VTOL. I already have one. But I will take that bin of ammo if there's not something more interesting. And yes, I saw the cool stuff. I'm going to get to that. Cargo truck. Machine gun arrays. That's cool. Mine dispenser. Interesting. Tracer machine gun ammo. So, the cool thing about taking it intact is, well, 1, we have a really terrible vehicle. But 2, it only takes 1 priority pick. And with that 1 priority pick, I get a vehicle I can sell or scrap, machine gun tracer ammo, mine dispenser 10, and 2 machine gun arrays. Let's see what else there is. If there's not 5 priority picks I already want more, then I will 100% be taking that. We've got a medium pulse laser clan. So 14 times 3 for 42 damage compared to a normal pulse laser's 30. Bonus grouping. Grouping is the 3rd roll for cluster shots. Like, you have the 2-hit chance, you have the clustering shot, and then you have the grouping shot. So grouping determines where on the enemy it's going to land. So Pulse lasers have +2 accuracy. Yep. They're good. Clan pulse lasers 12 heat, which is actually the same. And much better range. Yeah, I'm taking that with me. 100%. I might take the pulse lasers as well. Clan ER medium. That's a 600 meter laser. I am currently lacking in longer range ability. AC-20, I already have an AC-20 that I'm not using. AMS Mark II is interesting if it has the ammo. It does have ammo. So for 2 picks, I can take an AMS. Ooh, LRM Incendiary. Okay. This is really good in a hot biome. Really, really good. Deadfire, basically reduced range. So, minus 90 minimum range is the biggest part of it. It can't reach as long, it does more damage. Damage variance is higher. Can't indirect fire, but the most important thing is you can then use your LRM's shorter range. That's awesome. We also have LB5 cluster ammo. Is there an LB5 on offer? Ooh, AC2 precision. Yeah. That's another thing. I definitely want the clan double heat sinks and the clan double heat sink kit. That I'm going to go ahead and grab that before I forget it exists. Which means we have 1 pick left. Ooh, machine gun incendiary. That's fun. Makes your machine gun into a heat generation weapon. There's so many interesting ammo types. I want so many things. I also want the Pharaoh and the Endo, since I don't have Pharaoh and Endo on all my mechs. I honestly would love to have the ECM, but I'm not going to pick it priority. Clan ammo, alright, Clan armor is interesting that it has case built in, but I'd rather have like Clan Pharaoh. So there is an LB5 on offer. Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Wait. Oh, LBX autocannons can't actually use the double fire? Because it says RF AC on the regular autocannons. So the AC-5 is just 25 damage and can't shoot twice? If I understand that correctly? That's unfortunate. Dual machine guns as well. Yeah. So this is the thing. Do I want one more non-value pick of a priority pick where it's like the ammo, one of the ammo types I want? Or do I go with the machine gun technical, which is giving me the machine gun arrays, but also, more importantly, the machine gun tracer on top of the ability to just sell or scrap the chassis? I specifically would love to have the machine gun arrays if I end up with the machine gun incendiary. But I don't want that bad enough to pass up on the clan double heat sinks and the double heat sink kit, which is going to potentially make our bushwhacker much, much better. This may sound insane, but I'm going to drop the clan ER medium, hope to get it randomly. I'm going to take the cargo truck, and I'm going to take the machine gun incendiary ammo. I think that's actually the best option. Confirm. Okay, we got one of the Hunchback 2C parts. Awesome. We got one of the Talos parts. Awesome. We got a medium chem laser. If I can get ammo for it, that's cool. It's just basically a low heat medium laser that has ammo that can explode. Cockpit basic, that's a low roll. Standard fusion engine, that's money. I actually am not sad to see that. The 150 core, I don't have one yet, so that's really good to see. We got swarm ammo as our... You know what? I'm happy. I am very happy to get the 2 medium mech parts and the swarm ammo and then money. Happy to see it. Very happy. Alright. No, Darius, it's not a tank. It's a truck. 233,000 C-bills. No big deal. We got paid enough for that and the financial report, so I am not worried in the least. I'm going to take this opportunity before I forget. Go to the vehicle bay. Go to the cargo truck. I'm going to take the machine gun arrays out. They are 4 slots, 2 tons. No, not the coolant. Machine gun tracer ammo comes with me. Valid. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure if I scrap it, it would put all the stuff in. Actually, I'm gonna try it. So if I scrap it, I get 74,000. And now, if I go to the bushwhacker, stop work, refit, and I should now have 2 machine gun arrays. Yep. Ooh, that's fun, because now I also have machine gun incendiary ammo and machine gun tracer ammo. I am dropping the MMLs. I am replacing the double heatsink kit with the clan double heatsink kit. And then I'm going to optimize by dropping in machine gun array, repair the machine gun array, drop in incendiary and tracer ammo on the right side. Max out the armor. So yeah, we've gone from a stealth build that really wanted to be long range to a full-on brawler build. This is fun. Alright. Now then, our heat efficiency is a -3 delta, which in this biome is way too hot. I'm going to drop the small laser. I'm going to put the medium X pulses in the side torso. So now whenever we punch, we can shoot everything. And to facilitate that, we're going to drop in a clan double heatsink in each leg. So we end up with half a ton that we cannot spend because we're out of slots. But now we are overcooling by 18. Oh wait, then... So the biome I'm in right now is a 90% increase to heat generation. Or no, not 9. 9%... No, 0.9. So 10% reduction to cooling. So instead of cooling 60, I was cooling 52, 51. I think I'm gonna drop like this. I'm gonna refit it like this. I'm gonna drop like this, and I'm gonna see if perhaps I should be taking those medium lasers and replacing them with a perhaps clan pulse laser and a small laser. 9. So this would be 18 heat. And I'd be replacing it with 15 heat. So that would actually reduce the amount of heat I'm generating. Or if I take one of the medium X pulses back from... Yeah. Regardless, this is what I'm looking at. So now, if the handheld Rack 2 is jammed, we just shoot with everything and punch. And if the handheld Rack 2 is not jammed, we can fall back a little bit and use it. Also, if I get a 10-ton melee weapon, you better believe this is going to become a melee mech. Although I'm pretty sure I can't use the lower. So if I drop the Omni, I can't use that, right? Yep. Yeah, it has to be Omni lower. I like this. This is fun. I mean, I could also, for now, to test the cooling, I can keep those there, keep the small laser there, and replace one of the medium lasers with the Clan Medium Pulse. And so now, if I need more cooling, then I can work that heatsink in by dropping the medium laser. So that would offset it by 9 less generation and 6 more cooling. Actually, you know what? I am just going to do that. I am just going to default to that. Because even if I'm not generating more heat to use my TSM, I can jump. And jumping will generate heat. Do I just go ahead and move the medium expulsions so that I can punch? I do lose 1 evasion ignore. I do lose 1 evasion ignore for the 2 expulses. But then I'm really a brawler. I think I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to mess with this as far as the heat goes and see how that does. So this is what we'll be dropping the next time we drop the Bushwhacker. But yeah, the main reason I wanted the Clan Heatsink kit was to put on the Bushwhackers so that I then had the ability to put Clan double Heatsinks in. Since there are only 2 slots, and we have major slot problems with the Whacker. But I think that's it. That's going to be fun using the incendiary ammo with the machine guns. Very fun. So potentially, if we run into another Clan Tech mech, then we'll be able to just fry them. And kicking the Bushwhacker to the top of the order. There we go. Bradford, Saracen, Wasp, Dervish. So in 6 days, that'll be 1 left. 7 days, we'll have everything but the Wasp back up. Yep. We'll do that next time. For now, that's been your episode of Roguetech for the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, have a good one.